Recording.
Hi. Okay. I am pumped. Day 3. Today is training distributors. And this is actually probably going to be like one of the most important ones, just because you always want to make sure that your distributors are taking off on the right foot, right? You want to make sure that you get them started, you get them excited, like you just get them going, right? Because when you're a brand new distributor, you're super excited to get started, right? And you want to keep them excited, right? Okay. So I'm going to kind of go into how I train my distributors. Jess, obviously, hop in at any time, give your best tips. And then we can go over some of the biggest like setbacks that we hear and how to kind of handle it. Okay? Whew, sorry. Like fell off the chair. Okay, so as soon as a distributor signs up, right? The very first thing that I do is I tell them to add me on Facebook, right? I have them add me on Facebook, and I welcome them into our team page right away. I say something along the lines of like, oh my God, like I'm so excited to welcome, blah, blah, blah. Like you are absolutely going to kill it. I'm so excited for you. Okay. That's the very first thing that I do. As soon as I welcome them, I send them a text message and it says something along the lines of, I just welcomed you into our team page. I'm super excited. The next thing that you want to go do is log into your eSuite. I send them the link. I say, your username is your customer ID number. Password is whatever you made it. Log in. At the top, you're going to see a red bar that says tax info needed. Finish filling that out and let me know as soon as you're done. So that takes care of their commission hold. You want to get them off commission hold right away, okay? And that is going to allow them to get paid. Unless they take themselves off of commission hold, they can't get paid. But that takes like 5 seconds. You could do it, okay? So they do that. Then they text me as soon as they're done. I tag them in Emily Worzing's training video to like tag your newbies. I send them that. Or I don't send them that. I tag their name and I say, watch this. And then I text them and I say, hey, I just tagged you in your very first training video. Let me know as soon as you're done. So they watch the video. They text me when they're done. I always ask, like, do you have any questions before we get started? If they say yes, obviously I answer their questions. I usually do it in a voice message. Just because it's a little bit easier to explain and I don't want to send them 50,000 paragraphs, right? It's easier if I just explained it right over voice message. And then if they say no, then I get them started right away. So the very first thing I have them do is come up with a list of 30 people. And I say, this is how I word it. Let me type it up so I can tell you. Okay, I need you to make a list of 30 people. The more the better. You would tell you're pregnant tomorrow if you didn't have Facebook. This is your dirt list. So if you were selling dirt, they buy it because they love you. Send me the list when you're done. So if they tell me I don't know 30 people, because I hear that too, I say, not a problem. Just make the list as big as you possibly can. If they say, what is this list used for? I say, we're gonna text these people, right? Because our very first goal is to get you 4 loyal customers within your first 72 hours. And I always stress that. Let's do it within your first 72 hours. I know you can sign these customers. Like, I know I can help you. And once you have that confidence, they're going to gain that confidence too, right? So they come up with a list. They send me the list. The next thing that I say to them, and I space this out a lot, I send, okay, so let's do this in 5s. Send the script to the first 5 individually, and then I send them like what to say, and then I say, you can change it around a little bit so it sounds more like you. I always put that in there because I never want somebody to be like, well, nobody would think this is me. Like, I would never say anything like that. That's why I say that. And I go super, super, super important. I write that in all caps. When they respond, send me a screenshot. Do not respond yourself. Blow up my phone. Don't answer a single conversation on your own. On top of that, I also add in, make sure you're texting them. Don't do this over Instagram DM. Don't do this over Facebook. Literally text them, okay? Very, very important. So then they start sending me screenshots of their conversations. And I literally answer it word for word, just like I would any other conversation, just like we talked about in the loyal customer training video. I literally will answer the same exact way. That way they're going to see it firsthand. And that kind of takes the pressure off of the new distributor because If people like aren't signing up, that's kind of on me, right? Because I'm the one leading the conversation, not them. And this way, it takes the pressure off of them as well, because they just have to watch and learn, right? They don't actually have to have these conversations at first. So my goal with every new distributor is get through their entire list the very first day. Okay. I don't want to have this list, spread out over like weeks and weeks, because it's a max of like 30 people. It should take you no longer than an hour to get through that entire list, right? So I always give them that first day to get that list done. And then the next day I say, hey, let's get you started working on Instagram. I make sure that they're ready to go, and I will send them, I actually started doing this. I will send them Insta stories to post first. So it kind of takes the pressure off of them actually posting on their own Instagram. So I send them some of my very favorite Insta stories. I'm like, post this on your Insta story. Let me know as soon as you're done. It literally takes them 5 seconds to post that, and they text me right away. They're like, I'm done. I'm like, awesome. So then I send them a screen recording of how I follow on Instagram. I'm like, okay, but I attach a voice message with it as well. I say, okay, awesome. So now I want you to follow. This is how I follow. I tell them like why it's important. My voice message is like no longer than 45 seconds. I just explain the importance of following, why you should be doing it consistently, who you should be following, where you should be following. And then I attach the screen recording with it. And then I say, follow 50 people. Let me know as soon as you're done. And then they text me. They're like, I'm done. I'm like, awesome. Like, how easy has this been so far? They're like, oh my God, it's so easy. It's awesome. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, awesome. Then I give them my Instagram message that I use, and I'm like, okay, I want you to go to the very bottom of your followers, people that you follow and that follow you back. Not just that you follow, they have to be following you back. Go to that list, scroll to the very bottom, and I want you to send this message to 10 people. Make sure you use their name. Tell me as soon as you're done. They're like, I'm done. I'm like, awesome. That took me like no longer than 5 minutes to do all of that. And then I say, how easy was that? And they're like, oh my God, this is so easy. I'm like, I know. And then I'm like, great. So now you want to duplicate it as many times a day as you can. Then I also add in like, make sure you're not following like 5,000 people in 30 minutes because you're going to get blocked. I say like follow about 50 people every single hour. If you have to set like an alarm reminder, set an alarm reminder. Same thing with following. And then I say like with posting, like on your Insta story, I say turn on my post notifications, turn on my story notifications. Make sure you turn all of that on. And I say, as soon as I post, I need you to be posting too, because it's going to pop up on your screen. And then I say, if you don't know what to post, reach out to me and I'm going to help you come up with it. And then I also say like, make sure you're constantly blowing up my phone. You're never bothering me. You're never annoying me. I'm here to help. That's why you signed up. You want to be successful. I will help you do it. But I'm also not a mind reader. I don't know if you need the help unless you come to me and ask. So I do that. And then the next day, we start posting on Instagram. And if, people, do what they're supposed to do within their first like week, right? They typically always get the first 4 customers, even sooner than a week, right? If they just follow all the right steps. As soon as they get 4 loyal customers, I tell them to print out a Ruby chart. And then I like to FaceTime them because I feel like it's easier to go over a Ruby chart on a FaceTime. So I will, do a FaceTime call and I explain like what a distributor is. I explain how to get distributors. I explain how to post for distributors, stuff like that. I say, all right, your very first distributor, let's make it a goal to get it within the next like 3 to 4 days. Do you know anybody who could use an extra income? As soon as I enroll that distributor, I teach them what a fast start is, right? So it's really done step by step. I teach them what a fast start is. I have them fast start them, and then I have them keep getting distributors, customers, distributors, customers, distributors, customers. If people want to take off, you guys, people are going to take off. If people don't want this, people don't want this, right? You can't ever want this for somebody else, okay? I could be like down a distributor's throat every single day of every single week of every single month, and they're just like never going to want this. And then I could talk to a distributor every like once a month and they could be completely killing it. You know what I'm saying? Obviously I'm not telling you not to reach out to them, but keep in mind, like if you do have a distributor that just like is not doing what you want them to do, it's not the end of the world, right? And it happens to everybody. Jess, you go ahead. You do you, girl.
Yeah, so kind of like what Sasha said. So like I did kind of like follow the same regimen about everything, and like how I coach is like I match their efforts. So like if they're not blowing up my phone, I don't blow up their phone. One, because like I also am running my own business. I have a large team. I'm helping my leaders run their teams and their businesses. So like I don't want to waste my time on people who don't want to talk to me or ask me for help, because it's technically like not, yes, it is my job to help you be successful, but it's also not my job to be like, hey, did you do this? Did you do this? Did you do this? Because like I did give you tips, fit into your schedule, or, in the morning, like I'll do a check-in or whatever and be like, this is what you need to get done today. At the end of the day, like you should be saying, hey, I did this, this, and this, and this. What can I do next? Or even if, I highly encourage my new members and like my team members to check in with me every single day. Even if you're a newbie and you go, hey, I have a really busy day today. I have this time. Can we message a little bit during this time and do some training then? Or what do you need me to do today? And I will squeeze it in my busy schedule, but then I will follow up with you tomorrow. Because I really am all for that communication and having it be really open between, mentor and mentee and everything like that. Because if I'm hounding, not like hounding, but messaging you every day and you're not responding, after 3 messages, I'm not going to message you anymore. And you fall off my radar. Not because like I want you to fall off my radar, because like it's not worth my time to keep reaching out if you don't want to, answer me for 2 seconds. You know what I mean? Sometimes like something may be wrong and I just don't know. So like just communicate that, like if you have something that's going on family wise or health wise, just be like, hey, like be straight up with me, because if you don't answer, then it's like, are they ghosting? Are they not interested anymore? Did they just take my $20 kit and run? Like, so like I'm all for communication, and I always emphasize that when I have newbies or anyone on my team. I'm fairly open about that. Just come talk to me. I'm a friendly person most of the time.
But yeah, no, it's so true. And it's not even like coming out in a mean way that, you kind of just fall off the face of like the radar. It's really not in a mean way whatsoever, but it would kind of be like if you went to work and then all of a sudden for 3 days you didn't show up, no call, nothing. They would just fire you, right? They wouldn't give you the time of day. Nobody's firing you in this business, right? But you also have to keep in mind, like, if you're not serious, or if your distributors like aren't serious that are signing up with you, you can't like waste your energy on that. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're signing up distributors, you obviously want them to run. When you focus on running distributors and people that want this alongside with you, you're going to attract runners, right? But if you always focus on like your new DTs that start and just like fall off the face of the earth, you're going to attract DTs that just fall off the face of the earth. Like, let's be honest, like people will just sign up and literally won't ever speak to you again. And that's fine. They weren't meant for this business, or they weren't meant for this business at this specific time. You know what I'm saying? And that's completely fine. If they're not ready for it right now, they will be eventually, right? And that's like really all that matters. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's really not in a mean way, and I watched a training with Alyssa Bilyeu. And she said that one of the biggest things that she had to learn was, matching the energies of who she was enrolling, right? So if she enrolled somebody that was just like ready to go, always being like, okay, what next? What next? What next? Let's do this. Like, I'm so excited. She was giving them the same energy. So if you enroll a distributor and she's giving you 25%, give them 25%. Eventually they'll either give you 0 and stop, or they'll start giving you 100. Okay. If they're giving you 100%, you give them 100%. Okay. You just give them and you match them. On the flip side, what I really want to discuss is when you are enrolling a new distributor and you want them to be a rock star, honey, you need to look in the mirror and you got to make sure that you're the rock star. Okay. If you want to enroll people that mass enroll DTs, if you want to enroll people that mass enroll LCs, if you want to enroll people that just are killing it, have a positive attitude, whatever, honey, you have to be that first. Okay. When I was terrible, do you think I was enrolling amazing distributors? No, not at all. But when I started self-developing, when I started, really learning how to enroll customers, really learning how to get distributors, learning how to teach them, that's when I started enrolling awesome rock stars, right? But that took time, and it really all started with me. So make sure, you're not really expecting your team to do what you're not willing to do. Okay. So I highly suggest like writing up a dream distributor list. So like on my dream distributor list, I have like has a really positive attitude, never makes excuses, just like all these things. You know what I'm saying? Like everything that I would want in my dream distributor, I have it on my list, but I have to look at it and be like, okay, but like, am I doing these things? If I'm doing these things, I know I'm going to attract those people. So, make sure you're not expecting more out of your newbies than you're willing to put in. You want to add something into that?
No, it's so true. Like, if you aren't focusing on your own business too, and you aren't trying to work on yourself and grow yourself and be positive and feed positive energy into your newbie, like, people feed off of you and can read you really easily. And if you are nasty or not answering, or you don't reach out to them, you don't check in or anything like that, like, they're gonna be like, what is this? And they're gonna like start to like back away from you. So like, I literally am just like try to be like the most happiest person in the world, even if I'm having a rough day. Like, I'm trying to be the best leader I can be, because I've seen what this business has done for so many people, and how many lives have changed, and like how it's changed my life. So I want to help others do the same thing. So like, even if I'm having a rough day, I'm still going to be the best staying leader I can be, and help the newbies, help my team out as much as I can, because like I generally care about them. So
Yeah, exactly. And I love that you said that. I love that you brought it up, because keep in mind, you guys, like when you are in, wow, if I could speak tonight, am I right though? If I could speak. When you guys are enrolling a brand new distributor, right? You are just so darn excited to enroll them, right? You are so darn excited to see that like It Works Office app thing. You have to remember they trusted you to sign up with you. So you better be the best dang leader in the world, right? If your DT texts you, she's like, hey, can you help me? And you're like, yeah, I'm not really in a good mood to help you today. Can we try again tomorrow? Like you can't do that. These people trusted to sign up with you that you're going to lead them in the right direction. Okay. So do it like for yourself too. You want to lead them in the best possible way that you can. And just like I said, they signed up with you, they trust you, they want to be where you're at. So, don't go and kind of like screw them out of this opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Because, even if you have one distributor, honey, you're a leader, right? You are a leader. So you better start rocking it. Okay. You rock this biz, honey. But yeah. Do you have anything else you want to add to this? I feel like this was probably like one of the shortest ones, just because like, I don't know. You lead by example. You want them to enroll, you go enroll. You teach them how to do it. If you like got an LC, send them a screen recording. Hey, this is how I just got an LC. It came from like this message or this post it.
yeah, a big thing that I always say with my newbies or even my team too, I'm like, if you're not looking at my page every single day, you need to be. Like, turn my post notifications on, whether it's normal posts and the Insta stories too. I was like, definitely go look at my page every single day, whether it's, read through old captions, or, just like not like, just like pay attention, like study it, like, because like when I first started it, I was encouraged to like, do as others were doing, but not like robotically, but like if it works for them, it's gonna work for you. And that's the mentality I got in, because I feel like in the beginning, like newbies are just really nervous. I don't know if this works yet, but like if it's working for so many other people, why wouldn't it work for you too? So like that's the mentality I kind of got in. So like I was you know, watching Sasha when I enrolled and, you know, taking everything in that she was giving me because I wanted to be successful and I knew she was successful. And I don't know, Sasha, do you want to touch on like the interaction between a newbie and a DT and how like being respectful and trying to like be cooperative and be coachable and stuff like that too?
Yeah, for sure. So when you're enrolling a brand new distributor, you also have to remember, like, you got to love on your new distributors, right? You always have to love on them, show them like so much, just really joy into their life, right? Um, and you know, sometimes you'll get distributors that, you know, are rude to you. There's a big difference between you being nasty, and there's a big difference between you standing your ground and not allowing people to walk all over you. There's a big difference, and you know, it's a tough conversation that you're going to have with them. But if somebody's being rude to you over and over and over, you know, you just have to simply put into like nice terms. You know, don't like cuss them out. You know, we don't do that. But you literally just have to be like, hey, listen, you joined because you wanted to be successful. And that's exactly what I'm helping you to do. And you know, to make sure that you're doing the right thing, you know, you should be able to say this to a distributor without even questioning yourself. I've been giving you posts. I always answer your text messages. I have tagged you in a ton of training videos. I have done this, 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 and this for you. You have not done this, 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 and that. Okay? I do not need you to be rude to me. That is not why you joined this business, and I will not tolerate that disrespect from you. So why don't we start all over from here, and let's take it from square one. How does that sound? And if they're just going to continue to be rude to you, you can easily just say, hey, you know what? You totally got this, but I will not tolerate that anymore. That's it. You kind of just like leave it at that. Do like a 3-strike policy. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Definitely. And I feel the same way. I'm really real with my newbies. And if they're like overly questioning me or they're fighting me on a lot of things, I'm like, hey, listen, like the only way you're going to be successful and you're going to start seeing results is if you start listening to my advice and, you know, respecting the way I'm training you and everything like that. Because I get it, like, you know, when you first join, like you're nervous, like if you don't see instant results, like people are always expecting like, oh, I didn't get like 1,000 customers today, like I suck at this. No, like, you know, it does take groundwork sometimes, and that's okay because like everyone's different. And like if you bite off your distributor's head or like are super negative in the beginning, like we're trying to help you and be there. So like keep an open mind still and work with us because, you know, we're trying to help you and like we genuinely care and want you to be successful. So don't give up on yourself. That would be my biggest thing too.
Yeah, exactly.
When you sign up,
Yeah.
don't give up on yourself because your distributor hasn't given up on you.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, you know, also like don't take to heart if somebody like signs up with you and like quits.
Yeah.
It's fine. You just don't belong in your business, at least not right now, you know. You know, I've had a lot of girls that joined and just like didn't really do anything at the beginning, and then like all of a sudden came to me like, hey, I'm ready to work. I'm like, awesome, let's get this party started. I'm so excited, you know. So, you know, you can't ever judge anybody's time. Like I said, when I first joined, I literally didn't do anything for 13 months. You know, I didn't. I just like didn't really work this. Well, I posted every day. Like I remember one time I posted a picture of a naked dog and then a really fluffy dog, and I was like, HSN, like as a joke. I don't know what I was thinking really. Like it wasn't that funny, but I did. I posted it, you know. And yeah, you know, every person's journey with like this business is different, and you kind of just have to like respect everybody's journey. But the only thing that you can do is just like enroll more people. If you're not enrolling rock stars, or if you're not enrolling people that are running with you, enroll more people. You know, don't sit there and complain. Just like put in more work, put in more massive action. Like I promise it'll make you happier. You know, and it'll keep your mind off of like the people that aren't working, because I can't really focus on that. But yeah, like I really hoped that helped everyone, because I feel like that was pretty good. I think that was like really helpful. So This will be posted, of course, probably by the end of the night. Jess is already on it. But yeah, so tune in tomorrow. Tomorrow we're gonna do another one. I haven't really decided which one yet. I kind of want to do like I kind of want to go over like Instagram and stuff, but we will see. I will see you guys tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.